Walk into any appliance showroom in America, and you'll see a dozen brand names staring back at you. Maytag, Amana, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, and you'll feel like you have real choices. You don't. 3 conglomerates now control roughly 70% of every appliance sold in this country. 3. And here's what that means for you. When one brand cuts corners on a compressor, they all cut corners on that compressor. When one platform fails, that failure is sitting inside machines wearing 6 different name badges. The showroom looks like competition. It isn't. But there's a way to beat it, and the people who figured it out aren't spending more money. They're spending smarter. That's what this is about. Here's how it happened, and why it matters to your wallet right now. In 1985, Maytag was Maytag, built in Newton, Iowa. Independent engineers, independent supply chain, a genuine corporate culture built around durability. Repair technicians from that era will tell you the same thing. Those machines were overbuilt. Not perfect, but overbuilt. Then private equity came. Then the mergers. Whirlpool absorbed Maytag in 2006 for $1.7 billion. What that meant in practice: shared platforms, shared part sourcing, shared cost-cutting decisions. The Maytag name stayed on the box. The Maytag engineering culture did not. A repair technician named Greg, who's been servicing appliances in central Michigan for over 25 years, told me something that stopped me cold. He said he can open a Maytag, a Whirlpool, and an Amana side by side, same model year, and find identical guts, same board, same pump, same failure points. 3 brands, 1 machine. And when that shared component fails, and according to Greg it does, usually between years 4 and 7, you're paying for a repair on a product you thought was different from your neighbor's. Here's the second problem, and the industry never advertise, is this one. Platform consolidation, building multiple brand lines on a single underlying design, started as a cost-efficiency measure. Fewer parts to source, fewer factories to run, more negotiating power with suppliers. On paper, reasonable business logic. In practice, it means a design flaw gets multiplied across an entire product ecosystem. Consumer Reports reliability surveys have flagged this for years. Certain failure modes appearing simultaneously across brands that consumers assume are unrelated. And get this, when a class action lawsuit gets filed against one of these platforms, the parent company settles quietly, makes minor adjustments, and the same basic design continues shipping under different labels. A settlement involving a major manufacturer's French door refrigerator line covered tens of thousands of consumers, and the underlying compressor design that caused the problem continued appearing in rebranded units. That's not a bug in the system. That's the system. The third driver is arguably the most calculated. Even when your appliance fails, even when it fails early, the repair economics have been deliberately structured to push you toward replacement rather than repair. Parts pricing. Labor access. Proprietary diagnostic software that only authorized service centers can run. Independent repair technicians have been sounding the alarm on this for years. When a sealed system fails on a mid-tier refrigerator, the parts cost alone can run $400 to $700. Add authorized labor because the diagnostics require it, and you're at $900 on a machine you paid $1,100 for. The math makes replacement look rational. That's not an accident. A family in Columbus, Ohio went through exactly this calculation last year. $1,050 quoted repair on a 5-year-old refrigerator. They replaced it. Same platform, different brand name, currently sitting in their kitchen right now. The cycle continues. Now let's talk about who's doing this. Specifically, GE Appliances is no longer American-owned. Haier, the Chinese multinational, acquired the brand in 2016 for $5.4 billion. The GE name stayed. The ownership, engineering oversight, and long-term brand accountability did not. Consumer complaint forums, one appliance-focused group alone, has over 90,000 members. Document consistent issues with GE's newer dishwasher and refrigerator lines. control board failures, door seal deterioration, and a customer service infrastructure that repair professionals describe as nearly impossible to navigate. Frigidaire now sits inside the Electrolux portfolio. According to court documents, Electrolux has faced class action litigation related to their front-load washer lines, specifically mold accumulation issues in sealed drum designs that consumers reported went unaddressed across multiple model years. The brand updated its marketing. The sealed drum design, according to repair data, remained largely unchanged. Whirlpool controls more square footage of the appliance market than any other single entity in North America. That includes Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and JennAir. And the uncomfortable truth, document, and in repair industry surveys, is that reliability scores across this portfolio have declined measurably since the early 2000s consolidation push. KitchenAid, once genuinely premium, now shares platforms with mass-market lines. Repair technicians note that the KitchenAid premium price no longer corresponds to premium parts. You're paying for the badge. And then there's Samsung and LG, the two Korean electronics giants who decided appliances were just another product category to dominate. Samsung's French door refrigerators have been the subject of multiple class action lawsuits related to ice maker failures and compressor problems. A settlement covered hundreds of thousands of units, and the ice maker design continued appearing in subsequent models. LG's linear compressor technology, marketed as innovative and efficient, generated its own wave of class action litigation after widespread failures, with consumers reporting units dying between years 3 and 6. In both cases, lawsuits settled, design iterations continued, marketing moved on. Here's the math that most appliance salespeople pray you never do. Take a $950 refrigerator, mid-tier brand, mid-tier platform, industry average reliability. According to repair industry data, that unit has roughly a 40% chance of a significant repair need within 7 years. If it fails at year 6 and replacement makes more financial sense than repair, you've spent $950. You buy another comparable unit, now $1,050 accounting for inflation. That's $2,000 over 12 years, and you're starting the cycle again. Now take an $1,800 unit. A proven platform from a brand with documented longevity, mechanical simplicity, an independent repair ecosystem, and a real service history. That machine, maintained properly, runs 18 to 22 years. Same 12-year window, down on $800 total. You're ahead by $200. At year 18, you've spent $100 to $800. The budget buyer is on their third unit. The math is simple. The cheap option isn't cheap. It's expensive, billed in installments, spaced out just far enough apart that the pattern never becomes obvious. So here's what the informed minority actually does. Before you buy anything, look up who actually owns that brand. Takes 90 seconds. A search for the brand name plus parent company tells you the whole story. If it's a private equity acquisition from the last 15 years, proceed with serious caution. If it's a brand that's changed ownership twice in a decade, walk away. This one habit alone eliminates the majority of bad appliance decisions. Next, buy previous generation models. Appliance retailers mark down previous year models aggressively when new lines come in, sometimes 20 to 35% off. Here's the thing. If that previous generation model had a known defect, it would have surfaced in reviews and repair forums by now. You're buying a unit with a documented reliability track record, not a promise. A contractor named Luis in San Antonio has bought his last 3 major appliances this way, paid below average prices for above average reliability. That's the move. Now here's one that surprises people every time. Penalize smart features. Every internet-connected panel, every Wi-Fi-enabled diagnostic system is a failure point that didn't exist on appliances built before 2010. Repair technicians are nearly unanimous on this. The single fastest declining component category in modern appliances is the control board. Complex, proprietary, expensive to replace, and increasingly difficult to source after 7 to 10 years. If a refrigerator can tell you the weather, it can also strand you with a $600 board replacement on a 6-year-old machine. Find the most mechanically simple version of the appliance you need. That simplicity is a feature. Here's the move that surprises people even more. Certified pre-owned commercial-grade units. Commercial appliances are engineered for continuous operation, not planned obsolescence. When a restaurant replaces equipment, it's often not because it failed. It's because they upgraded or remodeled. Certified pre-owned commercial refrigeration and dishwashing units, properly serviced, routinely outperform new residential units at comparable or lower cost. A retired engineer in upstate New York has run a commercial-grade refrigeration unit in her home kitchen for 14 years. No major repairs. Think about that. And the top strategy, the one that ties all of this together, is buying from brands where independent repair technicians can still do their job. Not authorized service centers, not manufacturer service contracts, independent techs who can source parts, run diagnostics, and fix the machine without proprietary software locks. Speed Queen, for washers and dryers, is the clearest example. Still manufactured in Ripon, Wisconsin. Mechanical simplicity by design philosophy. Parts availability that repair professionals consistently cite as superior to any other residential brand. The machines aren't cheap. A Speed Queen top loader runs $1,000 to $1,200. But documented lifespans of 25 years aren't marketing language. They're repair shop consensus. Miele, for dishwashers and certain refrigeration lines, occupies the same space at a higher price point. Their machines are engineered to a 20-year design standard. Yes, they cost more upfront. The repair ecosystem around them is robust because the machines are worth repairing. That's the fundamental difference. When a machine is worth repairing, an independent repair infrastructure naturally develops around it. When a machine is designed to be replaced, it doesn't. For those who can't stretch to either, certain Bosch dishwasher lines and older generation Whirlpool top-load washers, pre-2010, pre-platform consolidation, represent solid middle ground options with documented reliability and accessible repair networks. Find them on the secondary market, have them inspected. They'll outlast most of what's on showroom floors today. One rule, that's all this comes down to. Own the decision, not just the appliance. Every strategy here comes back to that. When you check the parent company, you own the decision. When you choose mechanical simplicity over smart features, you own the decision. When you buy proven longevity over showroom appeal, you own the decision. The appliance monopoly only wins when you walk in uninformed and let the price tag and the brand badge do the thinking for you. So here's the rapid version. Check ownership before you buy anything. Penalize complexity. The simpler the machine, the longer it lasts. Find brands with independent repair ecosystems. Consider previous generation and commercial-grade options. And if you're buying new, Speed Queen for laundry and Miele for dishwashing are where the informed minority keeps landing. How old is your current refrigerator? Drop it in the comments. I'm betting a significant number of you are sitting on a machine that's either already past its engineered lifespan or getting close, and the showroom is counting on you not to notice until it fails. If you're done letting the monopoly make that decision for you, subscribe. This is what we cover. Every time.